889 TCM Shop to order yours today.
Hi, I'm Robert Osborne. I'm back with my co-host for this evening, Dr. Eric Goldman, an author and expert on the subject of Jewish, Yiddish, and Israeli films. Eric helped program the lineup we've been investigating every Tuesday night this month, looking at how Jews have been depicted in films over the years. Welcome back, Eric.
It's wonderful. It's great to be here.
Good to have you here. Now, next we have one of the best movies from the 1970s, I think. It's The Way We Were, from director Sidney Pollack, and stars Barbra Streisand and Robert Redford. I love this movie for many, many reasons. But why particularly, I know it's got a lot of themes that we kind of touch on over the series, but why did you specifically pick it for this series?
It's the 1970s. So, you know, in the 1950s, early 1960s, there's civil rights.
Right.
The barriers are falling. Suddenly, Jews and non-Jews are living side by side, and I think Arthur Lawrence was struggling with this. It's a theme that he had struggled with for years. How does one deal with Jew and non-Jew in American society? So he starts in the 1930s, and he takes us into the 1950s, looking at how that equilibrium is being affected by the times.
And he has a perfect cast for it.
Oh.
Because Barbra Streisand was at her biggest at this point, and she's dynamite in the movie. And Robert Redford couldn't be more waspy than he is in the film.
And
perfect.
The two of them, terrific.
Right.
So it's from the very beginning. It's, you know, the story of the communist, or at least the activist
and
Jewish
the blacklisting
woman.
And all that.
And then we have
the
the
part of the
blacklisting.
story.
Yeah.
You've got a Jewish girl living with a Gentile guy, falling in love with him. You've got all these different elements and
Her
everything like that.
acceptance or non-acceptance by his friend.
So these were things, I guess, that not necessarily could have been shown with acceptance on film much earlier. It was time for it.
It was time for it, and I think you're right. I think there wasn't a place for it earlier.
And again, I think that's one of the great things about film is the influence it can have on lives and changing the world. I mean, people see this in a film, you know, and they accept it.
Well, they accept it or they challenge it.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think that's what Lawrence wanted.
Right.
And we won't give away the ending.
What's wrong with all that?
Well,
you know,
or maybe there is something.
Or maybe
wrong.
there is, but
it's an interesting journey that these two will take together. And this is America in the 1970s that they're journeying through. Even though it's set at a different time, it's really about 1970s America.
Yeah. I just think that also I give Arthur Lawrence such credit because I think the character he's drawn for Barbra Streisand is so great and something she can play just so well.
Yep.
But let's see the film. Here it is with an Oscar-winning music score by Marvin Hamlisch, who also won an Oscar for the movie's title song, which he wrote with Alan and Marilyn Bergman. Here from Columbia Pictures in 1973, The Way We Were.